Sorry guys, apparently there's no sound. Hopefully that's working now. Anyway, we've got a quarter, the second quarter sales and revenue release today from Investec. That one's going to be interesting. I'm actually going to show that one on the charts in just a little bit. And but other than that, nothing else going on. No corporate action. We've got some market data out today with CPI. Locally at 10:30, we've got the German ZEW survey at 11, and that's been moving markets recently. Germany's obviously been kind of the leader, really moving to new highs in the last couple sessions on the back of some better economic news out of Europe. We've got CPI numbers out of the U.S. at 2:30, and then we've got net long-term flows at 3 there. So. All right, let's jump into the maps. All right, first thing I'm going to have a look at is the German DAX here. Like I said just a second ago, we really broke out a few sessions back, but just kind of confirming that breakout as of yesterday. We got to move to all-time highs in yesterday's session. Obviously, incredibly important. You can see we just kind of continued to manage to really hold this trend line as of the past maybe year and a bit, and the fact that we moved to new highs, obviously incredibly bullish. And I think it just kind of speaks to the recovery that's finally starting to happen in Europe. But I think more than anything, the European or the German market's been one of the best leaders and been more indicative than a lot of the other markets over the past couple of months. So I think this is going to be really important to see if we can have some follow through on the back of that. We look at the rand real quick, U.S. dollar rand here. We know that this 980 level is incredibly important. You can see here we've how many touches that we had at 980. Yesterday we broke through, and we broke through significantly. We traded all the way down to 975. But we couldn't hold it on a closing basis. We backed all the way out to 980 to close there, and this morning you're seeing a little bit more weakness. So I think that's kind of just made itself shown its importance again there, that 980 level. I would expect, because we've moved all the way from kind of 1025, 1030 in a straight line, that we'll start to see some sort of weakness and continue in this bit of range-bound manner, maybe through the next couple of weeks, unless we get something really significant out of the Fed meetings in the next 2 days. All right, we'll have a look at Sanlam real quick. I'll back it out on Sanlam a little bit. What I wanted to show here is just we've been kind of holding below this trend line, and Sanlam, if we zoom in here, you can see yesterday we tried to break above it, couldn't get a close above this level, and I really think that this definitely is still a bullish pattern. We're in more of a longer term flag pattern here, and so I think this breakout will come to the upside at some point. You can see the 200-day moving average keeps kind of creeping up toward this trend line, and I think that we probably will break out here at some point. So this is one that we're going to want to watch closely. The sector's been trading well. This one in particular has kind of really had a hard time pulling back off of these levels once they were reached. So let's watch this one closely. If we break out to the upside here, there's going to be more room to go there, and probably take out all-time highs. All right, if we look at bulletins, you can see here how important this. Once we broke out above this little pattern here at 290 rand. This little consolidation pattern that we had, you can really see where we've kind of been in a bit of a flag since we made that breakout, and 296 has really been the bottom end of the flag. I think if we drop 296 intraday, let's actually zoom in a little bit more and just get the right number here that we want to be looking at. I think if we can close below, call it 296.50 bulletins, then I think we could at least come back and test this 290 level. So especially for the intraday guys, we start to get down there around those levels and maybe a little bit lower. I think we could get a really quick move, maybe even the same day, all the way down to 290 bucks. It could be the rend that takes us there a little bit like we did yesterday. But bottom line is the support on this little flag here is looking a little bit vulnerable, and I think we can definitely test down to 290 in the next day or two. INL, Investec, I wanted to show here. Obviously, they've got that trading update today, but here around 70 bucks, you can see is really what the upside resistance is. This thing's looking a little bit head and shoulderish, as you can see there, or was looking a little bit head and shoulderish, but I think we're starting to move out a little bit further to the right. And in terms of the timeline, we haven't managed to kind of pull down here where we came down here and tested this 200-day moving average, and it really is starting to look very bullish. We have been up here, above 60, going all the way back to the beginning of the year, basically. So I really think that we could have a nice breakout here above 70 bucks. In my mind, the target on the breakout here would be up to about 80 rand. And so I think this is one to really watch in the next couple sessions. We've seen a breakout on most of the other banks to the upside. A lot of them took out their all-time highs about 2 or 3 sessions ago. I expect this to happen in this stock as well. And when this one does break at 70, I think we get a quick move to 80 out of INL. All right, last one I'm going to show is out of London, at YM. And you can see here kind of just breaking down below support at about 1235, and we kind of nice little consolidation that we've had over the past 4 sessions. Kind of broke to lows from that yesterday. I would really expect the near-term move to kind of be the height of this channel, which would be close to a pound, maybe 80 cents of downside to take us down to around 1150. And that's it for today, guys. Thanks a lot.